Hi all, and welcome to the virtual college exploration for California students. Um, if you want to ask questions, you can go ahead and do the Q&A button, and then our panelists will answer those questions along the way or at the very end. If you want to sign up for more sessions to our many college presentations that we have offering today and tomorrow, you can go on to college2careerfairsconnect.org. Your camera and microphone are off, so we can't see or hear you, but go ahead and use that Q&A button and we can go ahead and get those questions answered for you. And then this session is being recorded, and the recording will be available in about a week on the same website. So I'm going to go ahead and send this off to our panelists.
All right. Hello, everyone. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Perfect. So hello, everyone. I'm so excited you are here with me tonight. It's just me here representing the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. My name is Natasha Roberts. I am the regional recruitment specialist here in California for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. I am located down in Oceanside, California. I'm so used to being able to chat with you all. So again, this is a webinar, so we can't really chat or communicate back and forth. I would love to know if you're a senior or junior, anything like that. So I will have your information after this session, but if you'd like to give it to me tonight so I can get in contact with you sooner, you're welcome to scan that QR code with your phone to provide me with information, especially if you're a senior. I want to make sure to be able to send you a fee waiver code so we can waive our $45 application fee for you. So go ahead and do that. That will also be at the end of the session as well. So no worries if you can't get on that right now. And I'll also make sure to give you all of my contact information. If you want to just shoot me over a text message tonight, that's fine too. So we're going to get started with just general overview of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. So we are a large public research university located in, you guessed it, Lincoln, Nebraska. We are a land grant institution and the flagship institution for the state of Nebraska. So what does that mean? Basically, for students in California, you can put your heads in the mind space of the UCs and the CSUs put together. So that land-grant university with a flagship institution put together. So that's the caliber of education you're receiving at Nebraska. With just over 20,000 undergraduate students from all over the country and the world. We are one of the smaller populations in the Big Ten, and we have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So even though there's that 20,000 students, we do have ways to make our campus feel a lot smaller, and your class size on average is about 35 students. So you are obviously going to have those big lecture halls like you'll hear from all other big institutions, but obviously those smaller discussion sections and things like that as well. So we do a fantastic job of making our somewhat large school feel a bit smaller for you. And you'll see that we are part of the Big Ten Alliance, which means that our Division I athletics are a big part of the Big Ten Athletic Conference. And what that means for you is big game days, right? So when I always talk to California students, I know you guys have some fantastic options in California, right? You have some pretty fantastic public school system here in California. So why would you go all the way out to Nebraska to attend college? Well, this is one of the big reasons why. While there are a couple big schools in California who have football teams, you know, college sports are really nothing compared to the Midwest. If any of you have been out to a college game day in the Midwest or in Nebraska, it's the entire campus is coming out all decked out in red, and it's being a part of this tradition and this history that's a bit hard to find in California. It's being a part of something bigger at Nebraska. And you're not just a part of our campus and our actual university culture, but that also means that you are a part of the bigger community of Lincoln. So Lincoln is a quintessential college city, and it offers the benefits of that larger city with the feel of a friendly Midwestern community. So it is the heart of what has been called the Silicon Prairie. That's an actual term. I know us in California, we kind of laugh at it, but it is an actual term in the Midwest. So we have startup companies and businesses in Lincoln, but it offers over 130 miles of hiking and biking trails. And you know, you hear that term college town a lot, right? So as you're looking at schools, whether you're a junior, senior, sophomore, you know, you hear about college towns, but towns don't have large populations. Lincoln is nearly 300,000 people. They also don't offer a Jay-Z concert on the weekend or authentic cuisine from all around the world, which you'll be able to find in a city. And while cities offer those characteristics, not all cities are really college cities. And what a college city really is our campus is at the heart of downtown. Everyone is coming out and wearing school colors on game day. We have startups and other businesses thriving on our student interns and recent graduate talent. And that's a college city, but what makes Lincoln the ultimate college city is that the cost for everything from food to entertainment to living is very low in Lincoln. And people with Midwestern personalities and friendliness is something definitely to travel for, as well as we rank very highly for safety. So those are kind of what makes Lincoln that kind of perfect ultimate college town. So you never know what kind of friendly face you're going to see. You'll see there that we have, we're ranked the third most caring city in the US. So there's really no wonder why we as Huskers pride ourselves on what we call Nebraska Nice. That is a real term in Nebraska. It's actually one of our slogans, the state slogan. So people are just overly nice in the Midwest. And if you've ever been out there, you can really experience why it's really easy to make connections, really easy to make friends and communicate and have those support systems, because everyone just really wants to be helpful. And that is what really sets Lincoln apart, and Nebraska, the University of Nebraska, apart as well. You can see some of our other rankings there for the city of Lincoln, including one of the best places to live by livability.com, and one of the best cities in the country for young professionals. So we have a lot to offer. You may not hear much about it, but there's a lot going on in Lincoln. And obviously at the university, what's going to be the most important thing for you is obviously your academics. What are you going to study? What programs do we offer? You're obviously not going to attend a university that doesn't have the program that you want. Well, at University of Nebraska-Lincoln, we offer over 150 different programs. You'll see all of our different colleges there. They're as broad as engineering and business to as specific as food technology for companion animals, so if you want to make pet food. We also have a PGA golf management major, one of the first of its kind in the country. Our students are admitted directly into their major, and we are very flexible about students changing their major, double majoring, minoring. I know a student who just graduated with 2 majors and 5 minors. Crazy. You know, all areas are fantastic. Any kind of program that you're looking for is going to be, again, that high caliber of education. But some of our programs that a lot of students, especially from California, come out for our College of Business. It is ranked 31st in the country, and it is one of 17 charter members of the Association of Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business. So it has an accreditation in both business and accounting, and fewer than 200 universities worldwide but earn both accreditations for both business and accounting. So we have, and really having that establishment means that you are demonstrating quality faculty, having relevant and challenging curriculum, and educational and career opportunities that you know, are high caliber, such as Nebraska Business. Within our School of Business, we have a major called Actuarial Science, which is essentially risk management. And our Actuarial Science program has earned national reputation as one of the best in the country. So Nebraska was the first in a group of schools selected as a center of excellence by the Society of Actuaries, and is now one of 17 universities in the country and 33 in the world with a CAE designation. Again, I'd love to be able to chat with you and figure out what you are all interested in. So make sure to fill out your information so I can tell you more about your specific program. Our number 9th ranked in the country for ceramics. We also offer veterinary science, veterinary technology, as well as a pre-veterinary track. And you'll see at the bottom, we have an Explore Center for students who are interested in pre-medicine or pre-law to take their specific track in order to get into law school or med school. Being in Nebraska, you may think of flat and corn, which you wouldn't necessarily be wrong. Again, there's a lot more going on in Lincoln and in Nebraska, but that also means we have a lot of agriculture going on our campus. So our College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources has 31 different programs, including grassland ecology and management, grazing livestock systems, horticulture, fisheries and wildlife, turf grass and landscape management. Again, we have that PGA golf management major. So a lot of different options for students who are interested in agriculture, which again, coming from California, there are limited programs in the state of California for agriculture. So definitely if you're looking at that, Nebraska is a top choice in terms of agriculture. As well as some other interesting majors we do offer interior design. We offer just general food science and technology, insect science, landscape architecture, meteorology and climatology, textiles, merchandising, and fashion design, as well as in our College of Journalism and Mass Communications, we offer journalism, advertising and public relations, broadcasting, sports media and communication. The list goes on, but really as an admissions counselor, I kind of joke that I'm the jack of all trades, master of none. So while I know a lot of general information about all of our programs, we have some fantastic college partners. So each individual college has its own specific recruiter. So I am more than happy to connect you with whoever you would like to speak with. You can also go onto our visits webpage and request a one-on-one with a representative from a college or department to learn more about the program that you're interested in. Or you can, if you come onto campus, we are doing in-person campus tours. We have been for about a month now, so hopefully those will continue well into the fall. You can also request to have a specific tour of the facilities with the college. So again, I'll leave my information at the end so you can reach out and make sure that we get all the specific information about our programs to you. So those are just a couple highlights about our majors and programs. But being at a large research institution, you are going to get hands-on experience. That is what really sets us apart in terms of that top-tier research flagship institution. So here are just some snapshots of some opportunities on our campus to get that hands-on experience. You know, it's one thing to sit in the classroom, it's another to go out, as our forestry classes do, and go hang in the trees on campus. So our forestry majors are doing that. We have just 12 laboratories alone in our computer science and engineering program. So just within one program, we have 12. So you can imagine how many we have across our campus. We have 3 gigantic agricultural laboratories across kind of on the outskirts of our campus, as well as greenhouses on our campus for students who are in horticulture or agriculture to utilize. We have a tractor test laboratory, which is very helpful for our mechanized systems management majors. We also have the first of its kind drone lab, which you'll see in the bottom right corner. It has the latest research in technology and software development, systems engineering, robotics, and sensor networks to develop more capable drones. So our engineering students are using what we call our Nimbus lab to build drones and learn how to build and create them. But our journalism students and our broadcasting students are using our drone labs to practice filming and footage and how to fly drones. So it's not just one major that's utilizing these spaces. Anyone can utilize these spaces in how they see fit and how they need. We also have design labs for our interior design or architecture students. We have design and fabrication labs for our engineering students to learn the practical application of the fabrication process. We also have a lot of hands-on experiences, not just in the classrooms and not just in your coursework. We're also going to find things in our clubs and organizations, as well as our housing, which I'll speak about in a little. But we do also have like our livestock judging team, which each year visits over 60 of the top livestock operations in 15 states to prepare for national competition. So that's outside the classroom, but something that you're getting hands-on experience that, you know, after graduation is something that you can put in your back pocket. You'll also see there one of our students, our broadcasting students, our sports media and communication. We obviously are big on football and big on sports, like I mentioned. Behind me is Memorial Stadium. So we are utilizing our sports teams for our undergraduate students to be able to take part in, as broadcasting majors, as journalism majors, to be able to take part in those things as well. So just because you're one type of major doesn't mean that you can't utilize other types of facilities as well. And like I said, we're very flexible about double majoring, minoring, things like that, but we're really going to make sure that you get that hands-on experience so that you can graduate and have that career that you're looking for. I will also talk about our living learning communities and our housing in just a bit, but those are some other opportunities to get hands-on experience. We have a pre-law living community, which just visits, well, not this year, obviously, because of COVID, but they're able to visit the Nebraska State Supreme Court. And then that bottom right corner is our biological sciences learning community for our students. They participate in an exclusive seminar, and throughout the semester, students read and discuss cases from the book, The Deadly Dinner Party, and it's about using science to solve medical mysteries. So then at the end of the semester, they get to do something called Roadkill CSI, in which the students dissect roadkill collected by their professor to practice life science skills and attempt to identify other biological conditions that the animals may have. And again, this is within our living learning communities, which I will talk about in a second when we talk about housing on campus. So we offer students the choice of 14 different residence halls. 12 are on what we call our city campus and 2 are on our east campus. So we offer 3 different styles of halls. We have traditional halls, suite style, and apartment style. So traditional style is kind of, again, like the name suggests, traditional. So if you're looking to meet people, having that living style in traditional halls is a great way to make new friends. It features 2-person rooms with community bathrooms, including private shower, toilet areas, and they're cleaned daily, every single day, by our university housing staff. And I think now with COVID, multiple times a day as well. They also have meal plan options, in-room refrigerator, freezer, independent control heating, air conditioning, all that jazz. Then we have our suite style living. So our suite style living with university housing accommodates 4 students. There are 2 types of rooms: a double bedroom with 2 students per room, which are designated for first-year students, and then single bedroom units for our upperclassmen students. So I'll talk a little bit about admissions. We have what's called True Red. So if you submit your application before November 2nd, you're considered True Red and you have priority when you are signing up for housing. And the reason I mention this now is that because our suite style housing is very popular on campus, so usually that's the first to go. So if you do submit your application, you are admitted before November 2nd, and you decide to enroll with Nebraska, you will be one of the first to be able to sign up for housing and submit your housing contract. We also do offer apartment style housing. These are single occupancy rooms, but they are designed for upperclassmen, graduate students, or our non-traditional freshmen, which are our residents 20 years or older, with that kind of incoming freshman classification. And again, these all have meal plan options as well. So keep that in mind, and you're welcome to look those up and see what kind of thing would fit for you. So just a general overview of our housing. Also in our housing, we have what are called, I mentioned before, our learning communities. So they're groups of students with shared academic interests or experience, and members of learning communities live together, often on the same residence floor. They learn together through at least one shared class. They connect to students, so upperclassmen are student mentors and faculties, like I mentioned with that course for our biological students. So they have specific faculty classes with shared interests. And they really prepare for the future through exclusive academic, social, and professional activities and events. They benefit from academic support programs, and they take field trips and participate in community service projects. So here are all of our options for our learning communities, so you can check out and see which one interests you. So really what they're focusing on, you may have picked it up, is that live, learn, connect. So you live as a member of a learning community. You'll be living on a designated floor with other students who share your academic interests. You learn together as part of your learning community. You'll be co-enrolled in several classes with your fellow students. And these classes may serve as an introduction to your major or they may fulfill general education requirements or even include a specific seminar. So like I was mentioning, a specific seminar for our biological sciences. So it changes every year. So you could be, involved in a pretty cool seminar that year. And then connect. So most importantly is that connection that students bring. So again, we're talking about big universities. We always like to talk about how we make that big school experience smaller for you. So this is a chance to connect with other students who share your interests, have a faculty or staff members who are sponsoring you so that you can, again, have that one-on-one connection with a faculty member. And it's someone from your chosen college or department will create experiences for you throughout the year. So it's not just a residential advisor making these programs happen, it's actual faculty and staff on our campus that are creating these programs. So it's a fantastic way, again, to break up that big university feel, as well as have connection to upperclassmen who have stood in your shoes and can offer guidance on navigating your first year. So you don't have to live in one of these, but we obviously encourage students to, if they are interested in these. I want to see if there's the new, yeah. So our exploring companion animals is one of our newest, I think it's brand new this year for our learning community. So they're always being developed, they're always coming up with new ones. So if you're a junior or a sophomore, these may be changing. But again, they're pretty great ways to connect with students and make that big school feel a bit smaller. And our residential experience on our campus is really about this thing we call Husker student power. So what that means is we focus on these 5 elements: purpose, ownership, well-being, engagement, and relationships. So throughout the year, all of your hall programming is focused on these areas of Husker student power. So we understand that every student's experience is different, and at Nebraska, we're committed to creating meaningful learning experiences and help students develop, grow, and thrive. So that's really what this Husker student power is all about. So we want to make sure you're focusing on your purpose, your ownership, your well-being, obviously, especially in today's day and age, really engaging with each other and having lasting relationships. But all of that means nothing if you're not moving on and doing something fantastic, which is what all of our Huskers are going on to do. So whether it's creating a company or working for NASA or John Deere, or like a student I know who just graduated who is creating salad dressings that are on these shelves of Target right now, our students graduate from Nebraska and make their mark on the world. They're tackling world challenges, they're conducting research, they're doing big things, right? And that's what's important. One example is these 2 students, their names are Josh and Trevor. They are 2 UNL computer science students who have brainstormed and created a program called NovicAL, which is an artificial intelligence software that helps diagnose cancer. So they're doing this as undergraduates, and they're using our Center for Entrepreneurship to help them push their idea along. So we have programs through our Center of Entrepreneurship. One of those competitions is called our 48-hour event. So basically you create a team and a company within 48 hours. So kind of make a whole concept. And because of that, they were able to develop their code, source their data, and simultaneously winning grant money that is helping them pursue their goals. So as undergraduates, be able to do these fantastic things, and something that will hopefully, it was just an idea to help doctors, but will maybe come to fruition. So I want to spend the last couple minutes, I'm probably not going to take the whole 45 minutes, so I want to be able to go over admissions requirements, because obviously this is what it comes down to if you're a senior right now, or next year if you're a junior. So at Nebraska, we have rolling admissions, meaning that our application opens on August 1st, and you can submit your application anytime between August 1st and May 1st, which is our deadline. So that means that we have no early decision or no early action. Like I mentioned before, if you submit your application before November 2nd, you will be considered what's called True Red, which is basically you get priority in housing, priority for new student enrollment or orientation. You also get some swag from us potentially, as well as you'll be the first to hear about scholarships and things like that. So there is a benefit to it, but absolutely not required. But if you would like to submit before November 2nd, there are some perks. we at Nebraska have what is called assured admissions requirements, meaning that if you meet our performance requirements, which is either a 3.0 GPA or the top 50% of your class, or an ACT or SAT, which obviously a lot of students aren't taking right now, which is totally fine. So if you have one of those three, that is our performance requirement. Then we have what are called our core course requirements, which are the classes that you're typically taking to graduate, or the UCs, 4 in math, 4 in English, 3 in social sciences, 3 in natural sciences, and we require 2 in a language as well. So you can check out those online too. But if you complete that performance requirement and that core requirement, you are guaranteed admission to Nebraska as long as you fulfill our dates and deadlines. So we have no letter of recommendation. We have no admissions essay. All we have is a scholarship statement. So our scholarship statement is for an additional opportunity to be considered for what we call leadership and diversity scholarships. Now this is in addition to our merit-based scholarships. And merit-based scholarships are based on your academic profile that you submit in the application. There's nothing else that you need to submit for merit-based scholarships. So all students are automatically considered for merit-based scholarships based on the information in their application. Our merit-based scholarships go up to $15,000 for out-of-state students, and we're constantly ranked a Best Buy and Best Value school. You can see in the bottom corner there. So our mission at Nebraska is accessibility and affordability. We want you to be able to access our fantastic facilities and access a wonderful education, but we want you to be able to afford it as well. So we have a lot of different scholarship opportunities for our students, those merit-based, those leadership and diversity, as well as in your individual college, they could offer you scholarships as well. For example, I know the School of Business, I believe anything above a 3.7 is pretty much a guaranteed scholarship. So you can have all of these kind of things racking up, and all of that is rolling. So you could find about your merit scholarships maybe next month, and then you submit your scholarship statement in February, and then you hear about those additional scholarships in February. You are all going to submit the FAFSA, I hope, this month, just opened today. So again, that's need-based aid. So it's all this stuff on top of each other. So we are the lowest tuitions, if not the lowest, one of the lowest in the Big Ten. So we are one of the most affordable schools in the Big Ten. So again, you're getting big football, fantastic opportunities, research institution for one of the lowest prices. So we are very, very prideful of that. And in fact, I'll talk about another opportunity to get scholarships in a second before pointing out our admissions guide. So I want you all to be able to take something back with you. And normally I would have a chat that I would be able to send this to you all, but we'd love for you to download our admissions guide. If I was in person, I'd be handing this to you, which I wish we could be doing this year and be able to meet you all in person. But this is a great way to just download our admissions guide, save it on your computer, save it on your phone, so you can refer and actually see an entire list of all of our majors that we offer, get a bit more information about scholarship and those hands-on opportunities, hear more examples about our students on our campus and things like that. So I'll leave that up for a quick second. I'm sure you're all very good at screenshotting and taking photos and being fast to type things. So it's a pretty straightforward link. And again, if you just have my contact information, I can always send that to you as well. But I do also want to make sure I mention, we have these sessions, I believe every Tuesday, and if you attend, they are called Help Not Hype sessions. We have multiple different ones, so they could be about general admissions, about Nebraska, a couple different types of sessions. But if you attend, you can be put into a drawing to win a $500 scholarship to Nebraska. Obviously, these scholarships are for students who end up enrolling, so you can attend multiple times, you can be submitted into our drawing multiple times, and you can win multiple times. So you could win a $500 scholarship multiple times, and money's money, right? So $500, excuse me, could go towards a lot of things, books and different things. That adds up pretty fast. So we want, again, we're about accessibility, affordability. We really want to make sure that our students are able to afford their education. So that's very important to us. And the last thing I'll mention is what we have these events going on throughout October for our entire Big Ten team out here in California. I believe there are 10 of us total in California. So if you want to learn more about the other Big Ten, I'm mentioning Big Ten, what does that mean if you don't know? What other schools are included in the Big Ten? What is a Big Ten education like? What does the Big Ten Alliance mean? We have these sessions going on in October. So I'd love for you to join. Basically our program for we've already done 2 of them. So our program is a general introduction of everyone, kind of a general overview of the Big Ten and kind of answering questions that we tend to get. And then we break out into 3 individual sessions. So you have time to attend 3 different university sessions, similar to this, but much faster. So I'd love for you to attend. The link is there. And like I said, if you reach out to me, I can give you all that information, no problem. So this is my information. That number is a cell phone. It's literally right here on my desk. So if you have any questions about anything I mentioned tonight, if you want to learn more about a specific program, if you want to learn more about athletics or anything on our campus that I didn't mention, please feel free to reach out to me, especially if you're a senior. Again, affordability and accessibility. I want to waive our normal $45 application fee for you. So we have, again, it's $45 to apply to Nebraska, but if you contact me, I can get you a fee waiver code so we can have you apply for free, no problem at all. So while I will get your information after this, probably in about a week, if you scan that code and just give me your information now, I can pop that into the mail probably sometime this week. So that's all the information I have. I'm going to leave this up so that you can get that and take a screenshot or whatever you need to do with that information. I would love to be able to answer any questions you have right now. It looks like we have some questions coming through in the question and answer. So let's see. Oh, great question. So what financial aid do we offer? Yeah, so what's going to be really important for all of you is, I'm sure you've heard it multiple times, especially if you're talking to your admissions or your college counselors, is FAFSA. So it's the Federal Application for Free Student Aid. It is open today, I believe, October 1st. And so that is what we are going to use to see what you qualify for need-based aid. So need-based aid is grants and loans and work study, things like that that are based on your family income. So you're going to be submitting that with your family. Then we have our scholarships for our students. So as I mentioned, we have a merit-based scholarship, which can go up to $15,000, anywhere from $1,000 to 15, and that's based on a holistic review of your application. So that's everything that you're putting in the application. Previously, it was, if you go onto our website, you might see more about that SAT, ACT score, because previously it was kind of a benchmark in terms of where your test score is. This year, that is not the case. We are completely test optional. So it is more sort of a review of your GPA and kind of the courses you took and your overall application. So when you submit your application, you'll hear back from us within about a week. Right now, I think we're getting application decisions out within 48 hours sometimes. So you'll hear back pretty fast from us. Then you'll get all your information about logging onto your portal, which is called your MyRed account. And then that will have information about scholarships that will be released to you a couple weeks later. So like I said, with Nebraska, it's kind of an ongoing process. I know with the UCs, it feels a little bit more kind of, or CSUs, it's like you apply at this date and then you have this period of time that you get this information and this period of time that you get this information. With Nebraska, we're always kind of giving you different information based on what you're giving us. So if suddenly you're able to take the ACT this year and you send us a score and you can qualify for a higher scholarship, absolutely submit it to us and we will re-review it and maybe we'll be able to award you something else. Then you'll have your scholarship statement. So your scholarship statement is not due until February. So you don't have to submit, it will be an option in the application, but it will say, do you want to submit it now or do you want to submit it later? It is not due until February. So the application itself, to be honest, it takes like 20, 30 minutes to submit. It's pretty straightforward. If you have your transcript right there, you just put in all the courses you've taken, GPA, everything. So if you're filling it out really quickly and you don't want to have to submit your scholarship statement at that time, that is totally okay. You can submit it in February. So so those are kind of additional. They're only about $1,000 to $2,000 scholarships. They're much smaller, and I will be honest, for out-of-state students, they are much more limited. However, our merit-based scholarships are much higher for out-of-state students. So there's kind of a give and take there. And then again, the scholarship statement, and then your college, your specific college. So like I said, for example, the College of Business, I think anything above a 3.7, they award a scholarship for their students. So it depends on what college you're applying into. If they offer, most of them do, if not all, have additional opportunities for scholarships. We also, I will mention, up in my brain is our honors programs. So we do also have 4 different honors programs for students. We just have a general honors program, and then we also have a specific honors program on a business academy for business students. We have a rake school for information and management students, and then we have a teachers academy, which is in its 2nd year, I believe. So these are all cohort-based honors programs. So if you want to apply to that, that is also an additional step after admissions. So the reason I bring that up with my scholarship brain is that the individual colleges will reach out to you regarding those scholarships and things like that. So lots of opportunity for financial aid, lots of opportunities for scholarships. Again, it's all about being a best buy, a best value. We want your education to be worth it, especially if you're coming out of state. We know it's a lot of, it's either flying. I went to a school out of state as well, so I know what it's like to be away from home or to be able to travel, but really is worth it when you're able to experience different cultures, different types of people. Again, people are just crazy nice in Nebraska. It's ridiculous. They're just overly helpful, and I think that's what really sets us apart in terms of student experience, is that our counselors just really want you to come in and talk to them and be able to help you with your career path or your academic path, or professors being able to talk to them about their research that's going on, or questions about class or things like that. So I will consistently talk about how nice and friendly everyone is in Nebraska. They're really, really there to help. And that's what, at the end of the day, being able to make connections is what's gonna get you ahead and be able to help you and set you up for success. So that was a long-winded answer to a financial aid question. So any other questions about anything? Let's see, we got about 5-7 minutes. You're welcome to type anything you'd like. And I think someone's texting my phone. I tell ya, I got it right here. Well, I'm going to take that as that I answered everything, and that was a fantastic, very thorough presentation. That's how I'm going to reward myself. But again, I'm located in California, so I'm actually on the same time as you all. So I know a lot of people are expecting me to be in Nebraska and telling me what time it is, but I'm over here. We're 2 hours behind Nebraska, so I understand. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Awesome. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, we can go ahead and wrap up. I'm so happy you guys attended. Again, you have my contact information. So like I said, that was literally my phone, my work phone going off right there. So please just text me if you have any questions or want me to clarify anything or get you in contact with anyone on our campus. I am more than happy to do so. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, Natasha. And thank you to our attendees. There will be a quick survey once you close the screen. It's just 4 questions, and we love any feedback. If you'd like to go onto the website, you can sign up for more sessions. And again, this session was recorded and will be available on the website in about a week. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.